On a winter day, a farmer was walking home when he happened to discover a frozen snake by the roadside. Feeling pity for the creature, he picked it up and placed it in his chest to warm it. As the snake felt the warmth, it awakened and bit the farmer. After being bitten, the farmer cried out in pain. At that moment, a passerby came by and hurriedly asked, "What happened?" The farmer, enduring the pain, pointed to his chest and said, "I picked up a frozen snake, placed it in my chest to warm it, and it bit me." The passerby was astonished upon hearing this. He quickly took the snake out of the farmer's chest and threw it to the ground. Fortunately, the snake bite was not severe, and the passerby heaved a sigh of relief. The passerby then asked the farmer, "Why did you pick up the snake and place it in your chest? Didn't you know it could bite you?" The farmer replied, "I saw it was frozen, so I wanted to save it. I didn't think much about it." The passerby remarked, "You are kind-hearted, but you must realize that your kindness might lead to harm from the snake." Surprisingly, the farmer responded, "The snake did harm me, but I don't blame it. I think it acted on instinct and couldn't control itself." Hearing this, the passerby was stunned. He completely disagreed with the farmer's way of thinking, believing that the farmer's misfortune was entirely his own doing. Nevertheless, being a kind person himself, the passerby still worried about the farmer's well-being and said, "It's very cold. You should hurry home and rest." The farmer quickly expressed his gratitude, saying, "Thank you." Yet, the farmer didn't leave right away. Instead, he stared at the frozen snake on the ground, slowly walked over, picked it up again, placed it in his chest, and walked away without looking back. The passerby was utterly dumbfounded upon witnessing this. He watched as the farmer's figure faded into the distance, and couldn't help but sigh. The farmer and the snake should have gone their separate ways. Why defy common sense just for a moment of pity? With those words, the passerby sighed again and walked away. Thus, the farmer carried the snake home once more. Upon arriving, the kind-hearted farmer placed the snake near the fireplace, and the snake quickly revived. However, the farmer couldn't bear to throw the snake outside again, fearing it would freeze once more. So he decided to keep the snake and help it survive the harsh winter. One particularly cold day, a friend came to visit the farmer. As soon as he entered, the friend sat near the fireplace and stretched out his hands to warm them. At that moment, the farmer wanted to warn his friend about the snake by the fire, but it was too late. Just as the friend extended his hand, the snake, feeling threatened, lunged and bit the friend's hand. The farmer was mortified. He immediately helped his friend treat the wound and repeatedly apologized. Even so, the farmer still did not blame the snake. He continued to believe it was innocent, as it acted on instinct. Gradually, the story spread throughout the village. Everyone came to know that the farmer kept a snake in his house, and from then on, no one dared to visit him anymore. As time passed, the farmer began to notice something unusual. He couldn't help but visit his friends to ask why they no longer visited him. The farmer asked, "Why don't you come to visit me anymore? Have I not treated you well?" His friends replied, "It's not that. You're very kind." The farmer said, "Then why don't you come anymore?" His friends responded, "It's not that we don't want to, but because you keep a snake in your house. You can't control it, and we're afraid it might bite us." Reflecting on this story, one can draw profound lessons. At first glance, the story of the farmer and the snake seems like a simple moral lesson about how kindness can be repaid with betrayal. But upon deeper reflection, one finds profound life philosophies hidden within. In reality, there are times when we are like the farmer, and the snake represents actions we take excessively or at the wrong time. The farmer and the snake should have gone their separate ways, maintaining a safe distance. Yet, due to a moment of pity, we often cannot let go of our own obsessions and act against reason. As a result, we bear the bitter consequences, harming not only ourselves but others as well. An old saying goes, "Small kindness can be great harm. True kindness often seems cold." Sometimes what we think is kindness is not truly kind. If kindness is misplaced, it can become an accomplice to harm. In every relationship, whether with friends, lovers, or anyone else, everything must have its boundaries. There must be no indulgence or breaking of limits. When anything exceeds its limits, tolerance becomes indulgence. Love turns into spoiling, and balance is broken. The farmer brought the snake home, but could not control it, leading to harm to others. The snake is much like the negative emotions within us. When we fail to control these bad feelings, they erupt uncontrollably, causing harm to ourselves and those around us. This makes people distance themselves out of fear of being hurt. The root cause lies in our leniency toward negative emotions, allowing them to spiral out of control, eventually causing damage. Whether it is emotions or actions, anything that exceeds the necessary level is unhealthy. When we become overly fixated on an idea, it is indulgence, a form of spoiling ourselves. Life requires self-restraint. Only by controlling ourselves can we achieve success. Avoid being trapped in the whirlpool of greed or temporary obsession, unable to break free. As the saying goes, indulgent love is the source of countless evils. Whether it is kindness or cruelty, love or hatred, joy or sorrow, when taken to excess, all become the root of wrongdoings. Be stricter with yourself. When firmness is needed, be firm. Only by knowing when to stop can everything achieve perfection. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends.